Hello everyone, Bobster1984, and it's time to do a review. I know it's a couple of days late for the Norwich game. Obviously Newcastle United running out 4-3 winners with 2 goals in stoppage time. It's the first game I've been to this season as a season ticket holder. And just as a little story, a little background to this video in terms of watching a comeback like that. When I did have my season ticket, I missed the great comeback that was the 4-4 versus Arsenal. I had to work that day, and I ended up selling my ticket for, I think, for a fiver or something like that. He just gave it to one of my pals, and I'm sitting there at work, and we're 4-0 down, and by the time I get to the metro to home, it was 4-4, and obviously I was absolutely devastated to have missed such a comeback. Now, obviously Wednesday night wasn't quite as big a comeback as being 4-0 down, but in terms of this season, it could be just as pivotal. Newcastle started the game really brightly. Dwight Gale, in fact, should have maybe had about 6 or 7 in the whole game because he had numerous chances. He hit the crossbar, in things like that in the first half, and you're just thinking to yourself, is this going to be another Aston Villa all over again? Where we're going to dominate, and we obviously did score after 24 minutes. Obviously, Gale with a nice cross from Richie. But you think to yourself, right, we're 1-0, but we haven't made that crucial telling bit of play in the first half count because we've only scored 1. And then obviously we give a penalty away, which on reflection it probably was a penalty. It was a little bit doubtful at the time, but when I've looked at it again, it is probably a penalty. And then obviously you're going in at half time and it's 1-1, and you're thinking, here we go again. Is this going to be another Aston Villa? And then Norwich come out in the second half, and we looked nervous and tentative in the second half, and Norwich came out and really bossed us. And Cameron Jerome scored a really, really good goal. A nice curler into the top corner, but I have to ask, he had no pressure. He had all the time in the world to put that ball into the top corner. He kind of picked his spot. And then Norwich scored again, a shot that was deflected, and there was really nothing Caldolo could have done about it. It just looped over him, and really it was unfortunate. And then from that point on, in the second half, Newcastle seemed to do a lot of lumping the ball forward. And I mean, you think to yourself, this isn't working. But then about, a minute after Norwich went through 1-up, Shelvey launches the ball forward, and Dwight Gale beautifully gets on the end of it and tucks the ball into the bottom corner. And you're thinking to yourself, Howie, let's go on, let's push on. But the chances didn't really come for Newcastle. Newcastle really did just employ the tactic of lumping the ball forward, and it wasn't doing anything. Too many Hollywood passes from John Joe Shelvey, too many things like that, and you're just thinking to yourself, this is going to be another defeat at home. We're going to end up being miles behind. I know it's only early in the season, but you don't want to be miles behind who are essentially your biggest rivals to the title. And the board goes up in 6 minutes, and you think to yourself, here we go, we've got a chance, but we're really not creating anything. Mitrovic came on, he didn't really do anything other than get booked, and you're thinking to yourself, that's it, we'll just put this game to bed. And then obviously Mitrovic has a shot, the ball trickles out towards the wing, and the ball is crossed back in, and Gouffran, he's turned his career around massively so far this season. Maybe it's just because he's found his level, but I don't really care as long as he continues scoring the goals, which he's doing so far. So fair play to you, lad. He brings it back and it's 3-3, and you're thinking to yourself, right, we've got ourselves a point, just to keep it tight again. But no, Shelvey decides to blast the ball forward. There's a little bit of a scramble, and Dwight Gale gets on the end of it and scores what has to be a trickler. You know what I mean? It didn't look like the greatest shot in the world, but Michael McGovern, the good Northern Ireland keeper at Euro 2016, is wrong-footed, and it goes into the bottom corner. And Newcastle United, St James's Park goes absolutely wild. Even Rafa Benitez is getting involved with the fist pumps. And what a fantastic night, a fantastic result for Newcastle. It really does, put the spirits high after, the deflating draw against Villa, after battering so much in the first half and not being able to finish the game off. And then obviously the loss to Wolves. We've got that win again where, which wasn't expected when you were 3-1 down, but we've got the win. That those crucial 3 points could be the difference between us and Norwich or whoever going up to the Premier League at the end of the season. So if I'm going to give a man a match, it has to be Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale could have scored about 7 on the night, and I thought a lot of players played really well. I thought Diarmi was very quiet again. He needs to do something in a Newcastle shirt, and need to do it quickly for me. I thought Shelvey had a good game again. As I say, too many times he was going for the Hollywood ball, but at the end of the day, he was a driving force in midfield. But there wasn't anyone really that I can criticise. I can't really criticise Darlow. The 3 goals that he conceded, he really couldn't do anything about any of them, I don't think, anyway. But yeah, fantastic win for Newcastle. Very pleased. And obviously we go into a game against Rotherham at the weekend. So yeah, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, as I'll be doing Newcastle videos and a whole host of other videos on different things over the whole season. So thanks very much for watching. My name's Bobster1984. I'll see you later.